Hello everyone, I am Pokizone Mariam, Assistant Professor, Parent Government College. I am going to present the story of the pencil by Paulo Coelho. So here it is. The boy was watching his grandmother write a letter. So at one point he asked, "Are you writing a story about what we have done? Is the story about me?" His grandmother stopped writing her letter and said to her grandson, "I am writing about you. And actually, what's more important is not the words that I'm writing, but the pencil I'm using. I hope you will be like this pencil when you grow up." When the grandmother said, "I hope you'll be like this pencil when you grow up," the child was very intrigued and he looked at the pencil and it didn't seem very special. It seemed to be like any other ordinary pencil. So why would the grandmother tell me that I want you to be like this pencil? Then the grandmother replied, saying that it depends on how you look at things. And even from pencil, it may seem ordinary, but you can learn many good things. And she talked about five important qualities that we can learn from the pencil. So, the first quality grandmother talks about is you are capable of great things, but you must never forget that there is a hand guiding your steps. We call that hand God, and He always guides us according to His will. So, the first lesson that we can learn from the pencil is we need guidance. A pencil needs a hand to write. A pencil can never write on its own. Pencil needs a hand to write. Similarly, we need to acknowledge God's guidance and also support of others whenever required to reach our full potential. And the second quality the grandmother talked about is now and then I have to stop writing and use a sharpener that makes the pencil suffer a little, but afterwards it is much sharper. So you too must learn to bear certain pains and sorrows because they will make you a better person. So the second lesson that we can learn from the pencil is pain shapes us. A pencil must be sharpened to write well. Pencil goes through a process of sharpening. So even we as humans, we go through challenges, pains and struggle that makes us stronger and better. And the third quality the grandmother talks about is the pencil always allows us to use an eraser to rub out any mistakes. This means that correcting something we did is not necessarily a bad thing. It helps to keep us on the road to justice. So, the third lesson that we can learn from the pencil is mistakes can be corrected. We are humans with limitation, and it is inevitable for us to make mistakes in life, but what is important is when life gives you a second chance, it is important for us to rectify our mistakes and move on. That is what it is important. Now, the fourth quality the grandmother talks about is what really matters in the pencil is not its wooden exterior, but the graphite inside. So always pay attention to what is happening inside you. So the fourth lesson that we can learn is what's inside matters. So the pencil true value lies in the graphite that is inside and not its outer shell. A pencil is meaningless without the graphite that is inside. It would just be any other wood of no use. What is important is the graphite that is inside. So what we can take from this example is this that we must nurture our inner values, our character, because our strength lies in there. So that is what we can learn from the fourth lesson. And finally, the fifth quality is it always leaves a mark. In just the same way, you should know that everything you do in life will leave a mark. So try to be conscious of that in every action. So the fifth lesson that we can learn is every action leaves a mark. When the pencil starts writing, it leaves a trace on the paper. So even even us as humans living on this world, our actions, we need to be conscious of our actions and whatever that we do, even the words that we speak, because whatever action that we are taking in will always leave an imprint on the world. So we are supposed to act with care and responsibility. And in conclusion, what we can take away from this beautiful story is, are you open to guidance? Pencil needs a hand to write. So even we as humans, we need the support of others in our life. So what we can reflect from this very point is, are you letting others help you to grow? And the second point is, are you willing to help someone when they need your guidance? That is what we should reflect from this point. And the second one is, can you embrace the pain of growth? Pencil goes through a process of sharpening. And in life, growth is never easy. Growth is never comfortable. So, what we can reflect from this point is, are you letting the struggle and the challenges that you are going through to become a better person or a bitter person? And also, what we can reflect is, can you look into the hard moments, the struggle moments that you are going through, is preparing you for something better? That is what we should reflect. And the third point is, are you willing to learn from mistakes? We are humans with limitation. We will make mistakes in life. But are we allowing yourself to become a better person to learn from our failures? That is what we should reflect. And the second one is, are you allowing others? Are you giving the same grace to others when they make mistakes? So that is what we should reflect from this point. And the fourth one is, what's inside you? Very important. In this world where people are running so much after outer appearance, uh, beautifying themselves or doing many other things outwardly to look better, it is important for us to look into our inner self, to reflect on our inner qualities. It can be your values, your principles, your character. We must brush them, we must train them, we must mold them. So it is very important for us to look what's inside, the internal values. We must nurture our internal values rather than just looking into the outer appearance. That is what we can learn from this very point. And the fifth one is, what kind of mark are you leaving? Very important. Life is very short. So, in the short span that you're living in this world, what example are you setting in? What is the imprint that you are living in? So, that is what it counts. So, we must ensure that we're leaving a positive imprint in the short span of time that we are living in. So, that is what we should reflect from this very point. So, at the end, in a conclusion note, I would like to say that life is like a pencil. Make best use of it before it runs out and value what's inside. We must ensure that we leave a lasting impression on people's heart and mind. Now, with this, I would like to end my story. Thank you.